Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back, my friend. This is BjjBrick Quick. My name is Byron. I recently got back. I record these a bit in advance. I kind of batch them. But as of this recording, I recently got back from the country of Tanzania. That's in Africa. What is there in Tanzania? There's Mount Kilimanjaro. It's one of the 7 summits. So on Africa, it's the highest point in Africa. And my wife and I wanted to go out there and climb Mount Kilimanjaro. We did, I'll get a little technical, then I'll come back if you have any interest in this. We did the Limosho route. It's 8 days. It's like 6.5 days up and a day and a half coming down the mountain. Elevation is 19,000, I think 300 feet. That's pretty high to this Kansan here. We were really looking for I guess a different type of vacation or adventure that we could go do, and we did find it in this trip. And I'm going to do a few episodes about either Tanzania or Kilimanjaro or some of the craziness that happened on our safari afterwards. But Kilimanjaro. I had hiked, so I live in Kansas, and the state just to the west is Colorado, and it has some pretty good mountains. And I had hiked a mountain, 10 years ago. It was 14,000 feet plus. Pikes Peak is what it's called. And I did not do super great. In fact, it sucked. I got sick. And over the course of the day, we did it in a day. I got dehydrated, and I got a bit of altitude sickness, or starts of it. My head was killing me. It was very uncomfortable. I remember being, 10 minutes from the top of the mountain, and I was like, if I could quit, I would quit. But I can't quit. I can't just turn around and quit, because when I get to the top, I'll be able to get a ride down. I had no desire to finish Pikes Peak, but I drug myself up there with my head pounding. It was incredible as far as how bad I actually felt. And so, it's 14,000 feet, and each 1,000 feet it gets a lot more difficult. And so here we are, signed up for a 19,000 foot mountain in Africa, and a lot of challenges with that. But what you are required to do is go with a guide. And so we got a guide, and they got a little crew, and it was an interesting experience. But I think overall, looking at it, is we just wanted something that was challenging, that was going to be hard. But we didn't want something that we would for sure fail. We wanted something that we had a pretty good chance at doing if we pushed ourselves out of our comfort zone. And I say this like, the different routes on the mountain are different levels of difficulty and have different rates of failure. So we were on the mountain for 8 days. And that seems like, well, that's crazy. And it is crazy. 8 days, no actual shower, no running water. It was different, and it was tough for us. But 8 days has a higher success rating than the route that's 3 days, because you don't have time to acclimatize. And so you can try to zip up there in 3 days and come right back down, but your body is going to not react well to that. So it seems like the 8-day route is more extreme. It actually has a higher likelihood of success. And, looking at, why would we do this or whatever, it's not like a risky thing. It's either you're going to make it or you're not. Your guide is going to tell you, they take our pulse ox numbers every day, and he's going to tell you, we're going to go on or we're going to stop and go down. And every day we had good enough numbers to continue. Mine every day was a little bit lower than the day before. Typically, it trended down, and my wife did pretty good on those numbers. Really pretty incredible. I'll talk about that later. But having the guide there, he was kind of a safety guy. And if my numbers got into the 60s, which they did get into the 70s, but if my oxygen stats got into the 60s, I'd been done. Like, it wouldn't have been a choice for me to continue. It's like you have to go down. And that's a big part of having that guide and having that. They want it to be a safe experience. Looking at like jiu-jitsu, a lot of people, and I've competed in the past, it's been quite a while, but you want a challenge. You don't want an easy match. You don't want a little hill of a mountain. You want something that is quite possible. You might do really well. You might win, 1 or 2 or 3 matches in a row, or the whole bracket. Like, it's a possibility to win. But you also, don't want to compete in the kids league if you're not a child. Like, you don't want to compete at a belt level that you passed. You want good matches. You want that challenge. And I think that makes us grow. So I'll tell you some more about Kilimanjaro. We have some interesting, weird things that happened. But it's just kind of introduction to the idea. We both got back safely, and it really was a pretty amazing trip. If you have any questions about it, if you're thinking about doing that yourself, BjjBrick@gmail.com and put Kilimanjaro in the topic. We'd love to talk with you about it and to see where you're at as far as planning stages or curiosity level. If you'd like to support the podcast, patreon.com, and support us per month. Now that I'm doing an episode every weekday, I quit doing the per episode support level because that's pretty ridiculous. Also, there's an audiobook, Your First Year at BJJ. It's in the store on the website, BjjBrick.com. If you're new to jiu-jitsu, it will help you get through that first year, not just successfully, but with a smile on your face and being good at jiu-jitsu, hopefully, as well. Hope you have a great day. Stay sweaty, my friend.